you all for being here. I'm excited to be a part of this group. And I'm sure you're wondering, what is the person that sells makeup doing here telling me about how to do a job? Well, I do sell makeup. Sales are my business. But I also run a business, and I have several employees that work for me. And right now you're being given a handout because Chris and Ron both have already talked about soft skills and what they are and how important they are. They've already talked about technical skills and what they are and how important those are. You have to have both. Well, I'm going to give you a scenario. In fact, you are going to have 3 scenarios on your handout, and you won't have time to really read that over. My hope is that you will take that with you, that you will study it over several times, that maybe you'll talk about it with some of your fellow students or even your instructors, and talk about what is on that paper and what's important. Because the last thing that is on that handout is you are going to become me, the business owner, and you're going to have to make a decision which, if any, of the 3 new hires that you have hired are going to stay with you. Are they all going to stay with you, or is only one going to stay with you? You've got a management slot that you're looking for somebody to put them in, to put a new employee into, and you have 3 employees. Which of those 3 employees is going to go into that position? Because when I got the information from Felicia, it was about talking to you all about how to thrive in college and in the workplace. I'm not talking about just getting a job, because you go and you interview and you get hired. Hooray! Hooray for everybody. Man, I got through college. I was one of the lucky ones. I found a job. But, you know, and the employer's thinking, yes, I am happy today. I have hired 3 new people. Hooray, hooray, hooray. We're all winners here. You know, but then what happens whenever the employer realizes that he made a mistake? As Ron said, the truth's the truth. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake. You take responsibility for it, and then you go forward. But in sales, there is a seller, a buyer, and a product. The seller is you. You're looking for a job. You're going to have to present yourself, your skills, and your abilities to me, the buyer, the business owner, or your employer that's going to hire you, and you're going to have to sell yourself to me. So once you do that within the interview process, we're all excited. We're all ready to go. But then it comes about, and what happens whenever you don't live up to my expectations? Because I've said this before in different ways, and sometimes it sounds kind of harsh, but you know, the employer, the one that writes your paycheck, they are the one in control. Like it or not, they do the hiring, they do the firing, they do the promoting, they do the selling of their business to somebody within their organization that they think can take it and move it forward. So, what in your handout that you have, there are 3 scenarios. Each of the persons that are on that, and I used women, all have the same technical skills. They've all graduated from college, they've got a college degree in their hand, and they all want a job. But some of them, you're going to read in there, one does not meet expectations whatsoever, another one is so-so, and another one is great. But I'm leaving that up to you guys to decide. And it is talking about soft skills. Every scenario in there talks about soft skills. Everybody's technical skills are the same. And technical skills can be taught. The others cannot. That comes from you, from within you, and you have to be the one to make the effort to make that what your customer, which is your business owner, your employer, happy. So, and I know I'm going to take 15 seconds longer, but the employer, which is you now, you're going to be the employer, has has a decision to make. He can terminate the employees, cut his losses, and start looking for somebody new. That's a real expensive option. 2, he can decide to invest more time, money, and energy into improving the employee, helping him or her to become the employee he needs and wants. That's another expensive proposition, because one of the 3 of these, they're already on go. They're ready. They're going to be put into a management position, and she is not going to be a cost to this employee further. She's going to be making him money, and that's what it's all about.